Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Friday Sit Rep. It is F-14 week, so we will be spending the majority of this episode going over the new release of the F-14D pre-order. That kit is eligible for the drop day discount for today only, so you can use that promo code drop day, save yourself 15% on that pre-order, as well as get the exclusive sticker pack, etc. that comes along with those drop day deals. In addition, we are also running our weekly specials, both in stores and online. Buy 3, get a 4th free on all Brickmania custom minifigures, so that will last all the way through the following Thursday, next Thursday, which I believe is the 8th. And then finally, we are actually going to add the restocks for Monday because there's not very many of them, and we're not doing any restock pre-orders up today as well. So the email that went out this morning will encompass not only today's new releases, but also some of the restocks for Monday. The reason we're doing that is because we have additional batches of the F-14 slated. And so if it does sell out today or sometime over this weekend, we're hoping to be able to open more up for an even further out pre-order. So we'll be able to continue to keep those rolling restocks, so to speak, a little bit. So that'll take the place of the Monday restocks. We will still send out an email, but there won't necessarily be a sit rep because we're going to go over everything the F-14 has to offer right now. All right, Brickmaniacs, and here it is. You've been seeing pictures of it all week long, and even before that, as Dan began his building process. This is the F-14D Super Tomcat.
Super Tomcat, if you want to call it that. It never quite achieved the full potential that they wanted to bring it to. The whole program got canceled, but this is the pinnacle of the Tomcat. This is the last of the Tomcats, the bomb cat, so to speak. They gave it a real multi role. Towards the end, it took on all roles, ground attack and air to air. So.
Well, and when you talk about the pinnacle of Tomcat, I think we can say that when it comes to the brick-built versions as well, because there's been a lot of awesome updates since the last time Brickmania was able to release this. Yeah. Design-wise, as well as printing minifigures, everything else. So this is going to be one heck of a set. Obviously, still in prototype phase now as we continue the process moving forward. But Dan, talk to me a little bit about what you've noticed, what you've been able to improve, and what you're happy with on this bad boy.
Well, other than the looks, everything else the whole thing's been rebuilt from ground up.
Okay.
There's not like a stone untouched on this, turned over. We've had years of our Tomcats sitting in the store, slowly deteriorating and falling apart. Like, okay, that's a good indication. What needs to be improved is structural wise. Not only that, but mechanics, interior. This thing is pretty rock solid. I mean, it's on a base. We're going to actually include this base in it. Let me
nice.
Take it off the.
Here, I'll hold it down.
Yeah, thank you.
There we go.
So it's structurally very sound. You've got a full loadout. They're just holding it. Full loadout of all the bombs and rockets.
No add-on packs this time, right? What you see is what you get.
You get the stand. You get all the ordnance. So you actually have 2 fuel tanks. 4 of these GBU 16s. They're 1,000-pound laser guided bombs. This is a lantern pod, so this is one of the things that makes this aircraft way more unique and way more versatile than the previous Tomcat. Is it can carry this lantern pod, has all integrated electronics, so basically they can light up their own targets. There's a laser designator inside this pod. They can all all weather, day or night, they can light up a
mark their target. Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then the bombs will follow the laser to the target. When they first started experimenting using these as bomb-carrying aircraft, they couldn't even designate their own targets. All they could do is drop dumb bombs or have another an A6 or an intruder or something.
Something helping out.
Yeah, lighting up the target. Now they can do once they got to this D status, they could do it all themselves. So we did actually do some new custom ordnance with the Sparrow missile and the Sidewinder. We made our own fin segments.
Nice.
So. We're trying to standardize all of our ordnance, and this will be the kind of the first of the test series.
So a lot of applications beyond just the F-14.
So Sparrow missiles, and that's why a lot of our older kits have gone away. It's like, hey, we want to remake all of our ordnance because we have the technology to do so. There's new pieces for the Sidewinder and the Sparrow that these are still in prototype form. I mean, we literally just made these. There's going to be some tweaks. I think the Sidewinder, we're going to make the fins a little bit smaller.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, these are brand new elements for us that we're introducing.
Cool.
There will be new elements for the helmet. It's going to be a new helmet that we've never done before. I think it's just totally unique, Navy helmet that's appropriate for the period, and then a new oxygen mask.
Sweet.
So that'll be the other new elements.
So some epic minifigures included in this as well.
Right, you'll have 2 figures, and this is from the, as we said before, this is a completely different era of Tomcat. This is not the same Tomcat, the A model that we made before,
Right.
which was basically from the 80s. This is a late 90s, early 2000s complete regeneration of the Tomcat. Inside, it's the electronics are all digital. It has so much more processing power.
Sweet.
So we actually having to redo the cockpit to show the different electronics inside of it. So a whole new cockpit inside.
Of course, okay.
Yeah, because it's different.
There you go, Slam.
Yeah, the original would be all steam gauge. It's just all like analog dials. This is going to be all digital. It's a heads-up display. Everything will be redone. And we're doing VF-31, the Tomcatter Squadron. So this is actually the CAG bird, which means it's the commander's aircraft, and it's fancier. So it'll have I wish I could show it to you, but it'll have the Felix the Cat with the bomb on. That's their,
Some of the artwork. Yeah, nice,
so
nice.
That's why and this was the last unit to fly these. So they last flew off the USS Theodore Roosevelt, 2006, and this is the last unit to be fully outfitted with Tomcats. And we're commemorating that final deployment with this particular aircraft, and we'll do others down the road, but this is going to be a special one.
Is that the reason you chose to kick this one off?
Right. So we've done we've done the F-14A, and we did it in the 80s, 90s look, but this is sort of the end of the line. This is where the Tomcat lineage ended. Sure. After this, it was really like controversial that these things got actually just recalled into called out of service and then destroyed, so the Iranian government could theoretically not get any of the spare parts out of them. So, but it was a sad day for the Navy, and a lot of people were very upset when that happened. And we're gonna highlight the fact that this went well beyond an aircraft that was designed to last 10, 15 years of service actually went on for over 30 years with the Navy. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, and it could have gone even longer, but that's the way it is. When there's budgets involved and you've got competing programs.
That is definitely how it goes. But definitely a legacy aircraft. When it comes to play function wise, can we get a look at the wings?
Well, that's the big deal, of course. The wings, we do have you have slats on this version. You can't see it from your angle, but I can show you from the back that it's actually red down inside the slats.
Oh, sure, yeah, look at that.
You have the flaps. The flaps were on the original. Redesigned this to get the slats on it, so you could have it simulated landing. Also, the elevators have been completely redesigned. The previous version, they would fall. We had a problem with our display model.
It just didn't hold.
Yeah, it was very heavy. So I changed it to a lighter model. I'm not trying to knock on the previous designers.
Everything's good for its time, right?
You live and you learn over time what Sometimes it takes time to find out how things hold up over the test of time.
Got it.
We also have on this. Let me see if I can do this with no fingernails. I've been working all weekend on this thing. So we have speed brakes that are deployable. Of course, let's get the arrestor hook out of the way. So if I can get there we go. Speed brakes, top and bottom. So that's another feature. I think the previous one just had the top. Of course, the D model has bigger engines, so I had to redo the afterburners on them. Just a small tweak.
That is dang impressive how that all unfolds like that, though. That's super awesome. And then show me the wings again. It looked like, so I know the last one we had, you had to kind of twist to the back end. These, you just go ahead and pull them right out?
Yeah, it's pinched. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's there's a damper in there that keeps it from, so when you're swooshing it, it doesn't like fold and unfold.
Right, fly all over the place.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen because this is really sturdy. I mean, it's a lot different than the previous Tomcat in the way that it's connected. So we have a little bit more sturdy factor. You can actually see if I can.
Oh my gosh!
Without totally.
Oh, it's live. That's awesome.
So, but I wanted to make sure it was sturdy enough to play with, but also if you wanted to just swoosh the wings or make the wings fold and stuff, you just basically do it.
Make it kind of a smooth transition here. Yeah, that's nice. That's kind of I know we've had a lot of tanks or whatever that have that top turret able to move because there's a connection there, but it's kind of refreshing to see something that you just grab it and it folds out.
Yeah, there's a damper in there. It's actually built in to keep it from slamming open or slamming closed. So you do have to put a little bit of force on it to do it, but you could do it with one. They're connected.
Oh, sure, okay.
So it works better if you do two. Makes me a little nervous because it is still Lego. It's still something you can if you wrench it hard enough, you'll be able to rip that off, and then you can drop the landing gears. So
I hear you there. Well, that is fantastic
so
looking.
it is sturdy enough that you can set it on its tail.
Yeah, and it'll stand up.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
yeah.
I was looking at that earlier, like, oh man, he's just leaving it there.
Oh yeah, I have absolute confidence that thing will tip over. So
Sweet.
you don't want to necessarily do it on your finger because there's a little sensor on the back that is a really sharp
Oh,
actual
poke you a
pyramid.
bit. Yeah, right. I can
So-
see that there.
Yeah, you get everything. So all the loadout, everything's going to be included. 2 figures, and then just a really nice model. You know, you get a stand too.
And then the
Of
stand,
course,
yeah.
we'll have it printed so we can put that thing back.
Which
in.
that'll be the next excellent showcase is when we got this bad boy all printed up and ready for release. We'll definitely sit down, take a time to check out all the functions, artwork, etc. Again, once we have a completed build. But for now, when it comes to the list of long-awaited returns, I mean, I know we kind of broke it with the Corsair, but my goodness, this is definitely another one that has been on people's wish list for a very, very long time, especially to see an update. And I'd say all things considered, this looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
So.
I'm looking forward to this a lot.
Well, there we have it. It is now available for pre-order on brickmania.com. Dan, thanks for checking in. All right, and on to this week's standalone minifigure. We do have the Luftwaffe Flak Crewman, which is definitely a standalone minifigure that has been kind of missing from the Brickmania inventory for a minute here. So a nice, simple design, but set up and ready to crew your Flak 36, or if you have some other existing builds, or perhaps some custom ones yourself. Now you've got some crewmen to be able to man those weapons. We do have the Flak 36 restocked online as well, so if you don't have that build and want to pick it up along with some of the crewmen, you will be able to do so. There's even a link on the product page for this minifigure that will take you right to the Flak 36. Okay, and just real quick here, like I said, we do have the restocks that were slated for Monday online now, so that you can pick up the Flak 36 along with the new Flak Crewman. And then also back in action is the Smart Gunner V2, which if you got in on the Off-World Dragoons over Black Friday or Cyber Monday and haven't picked up this figure yet, I would strongly recommend picking it up. Otherwise, if you want the complete rundown of everything that was restocked along with the new releases this Friday, just make sure to check out our email. All right, so like I said, Monday's restocks are online now. We will be adding more batches of the F-14 provided it does sell out. Otherwise, you can still use that promo code DROPDAY, save yourself 15% today only, so make sure to take advantage of it and get in on the earliest pre-order. Otherwise, like I said, we'll still have a Monday email, but no Monday sit rep, so we'll check in sometime next week. And as always, thank you very much for watching.